Hi everyone, today we are going to be doing this flower. This is day 15 from our 30 days of flowers, so we're halfway through once we finish today. So well done everyone if you've been colouring every day for 15 days, whether you've been doing a flower with me or whether you've just been doing something for you. Excuse me, that's brilliant. Sorry, I'm just choking on something. Anyway, I'm fine, don't worry. And today we're going to be using our Derwent Lightfast. I'm just trying different pencils on different days really, and we may have to go back to ones we've used before after today. But anyway, I thought these might be good for this one. I'm going to do yellows. I don't know if you remember me saying I fancied doing this as a sunflower. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to start with the yellow actually. And I'm going to start with the sun yellow, which seems quite appropriate. And I'm going to colour this section here of small petals all over with this, really gently. So we just get a basic colour down, but I don't want to press too hard. I don't want too much colour on the page yet, because I want to put a little bit of another colour into these. But I'm just putting a base down. Okay, so don't worry if it's not massively even, it's okay. I am going to grab the amber gold next, and what I want to do is quite hard for you to see, is put a little layer of that all the way around this centre part of the sunflower. We're going to deal with that centre part later. So it makes it look like the top of all of those little petals are slightly darker, and we're going to do the same thing around the next layer. So we're just going to go around the top of each petal and put a little bit of this darker colour on. It's quite tricky to see, but and it's quite tricky to not go over the lines and that sort of thing. But I'm just doing my best. I'm not getting too worried about it. I'm just having a go. I know that I've tried, and that's what's important to me. We could just leave them plain without this detail, but I think it just helps make it look slightly more three-dimensional. And next I'm going to keep with this colour and do the bottoms of these petals in it. Look at that colour, but I'm just going to gently fade it as we go up, and we're going to add some of the lighter yellow onto the tips of the petals in a bit. Now this one is underneath, so I'm thinking it would be a little bit darker, so I'm putting a little bit more of this on it. I know we've got these other little bits, we'll come back to those in a minute. So try and keep it sort of darker right at the base of the petal, where there'll be shadow from the petals from this centre part. It's very odd. I was just thinking, I was talking with my hands, wasn't I? I talk with my hands loads. So, but when I'm colouring, I've got a pencil in my hand. But it's quite funny. My parents always say to me about it, how much I talk with my hands. But I think other family members do as well. I can just hear a van outside. We do have a parcel due today. This is quite a lot on these because they're behind, they've got a shadow. My husband's ordered my son a new microphone actually from Amazon. Yeah, I think he ordered it from Amazon because the company that sold it, you could either buy it through Amazon. I'm just doing all these little bits, the little gaps in between the petals. When they record their videos, they're very, very quiet. So I'm now going back with the sun yellow. So they're they're getting a new mic, hoping that it will help them. And then he's going to start recording a few videos again. One of their videos has had over 1,000 views. It's really cool. They do Minecraft. I've mentioned it lots of times before, but for those of you who haven't seen those videos where I mentioned it, that's what they do. And they haven't done any for quite a long time. They used to do them together. It's sort of like their unique selling point in the sense they were both playing and talking to each other. But one of my sons says he finds it quite he's not finding it as much fun as he used to, so he hasn't been wanting to do it, but I suggested he might do some lives because it's a bit easier really, isn't it, doing a live? You don't have to edit and it just straight up there, and there it is. I have considered doing some myself. I thought might be a bit easier, but for me, no, it's just not my thing. It'd be nice, you know, if I could do a live and see your comments live and talk to you and answer you, but I could do some, there's this thing called Premiere, where you can be there when your video first goes up and you can talk. So I'm just choosing a colour while I'm talking to you. I think we'll do the centre. I'm at risk of forgetting if I don't do it. I'm just picking a brown for the centre. Some of these are a little bit red. I don't want a reddy brown. Here we go. The Van Dyke brown is a good place to start. It's quite a pale brown, but it's not at all red. So I'm going to use that as a base. Now, a sunflower centre has lots of seeds, so I think I'm going to do some dots in a dark brown. What have I got? Yeah, chocolate. That seems, I think that would be quite dark. So I'm just going to sort of do dots, and it's quite random. And for my background on this picture, I think I might do some dots as well, like this, around the sunflower, all the way around, just for fun. It's taking a while, isn't it? You might want to do this with pen rather than pencil. These show up quite well, I think. But the dots would be sort of finer and more controlled if you used a pen. It's completely up to you. I don't know if I've got a dark brown pen. Anyway, that'll do for that. Now the stem. I'm still not good with choosing colour. I think I'm going to grab this one actually. This is the grass green. He is enormous, as you can see. And I'm just going to pop down. I've got a lighter one actually, so I'm going to do this slightly differently to the other parts. I did the lighter colour first. This one I'm going to do the darker colour first. There's no right or wrong way. I used to find it really difficult doing the lighter colour first, because I used to press quite hard, and I would find then there was no, I would push the light colour into the page, and then the dark colour wouldn't show up on top of it. So it's just, it's a case of playing really, finding what feels right for you. I think I'm just doing this leaf like this so it's lighter in the centre. No real reason, it's just a bit different. Hi everyone, I am sorry the telephone rang. I hope I've managed to edit it out okay, but quick story, phone rang. I was on the phone for over 2 hours. It was a lovely catch up with my brother-in-law. He'd had a few concerns. We were trying to help him. Fortunately, it had all been sorted. He was very happy. We had a lovely chat and catch up. I haven't seen him for years, probably. You know, maybe once in the last 2-3 years, twice. So anyway, it was lovely. And I finished talking to him. I had to call my mum, had to call my husband, then I had to make the kids tea. Then it was the end of the day. So I have left this flower mid-flower. So I've got absolutely no idea where I was up to or what I was talking about. So I'm really sorry. I'm just going to carry on and just hope that what I was talking about made sense really, and that I didn't sort of stop mid-story or explanation or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is, I can see what I was doing. I was just colouring the leaves. I'd nearly finished, hadn't I? So luckily I put everything to the side and knew which colours I was using, so that's helped me a little bit get back into it. But anyway, it's a bit of a strange start to my day to sort of finish a half-finished video. I don't think I've done it, left one overnight before, but it was just the way it panned out really. And the boy said, oh, you can do it while we're here, says my one son. And I was like, okay. I just got to open my tin of pencils. I haven't opened them yet. And I was like, okay. And he'd got a delivery of a microphone. I'm going to use the grass green to finish it off. And so he was constructing that, talking loudly, reading the instructions, crashing about, and I was thinking, yeah, of course I can. So no, I'm just going to leave it. And also after tea, I'm a little bit tired by then, so it's nice to just have a rest. I sort of run out of words, which people who know me wouldn't believe that I would run out of words, but it's not so much that I can't talk, it's that I start making no sense. Maybe that's no different to normal. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's all really. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave these centres a little bit paler. I think that looks quite fun. And that's finished really. So now I can move on and start something afresh, and my brain will wake up, and I'll get back into colouring a little bit better. But I hope that was okay. I'm sorry it was sort of disrupted, but I hope that it was all right for you. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and happy colouring.